Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you a comprehensive advanced encryption standard, encryption and decryption dashboard that I have built using Python and Streamlit. So this application is designed to help you understand and work with advanced encryption standard, which we can say one of the most widely used encryption algorithms in the world. So let's start with the main dashboard. As you can see, this is the home page of the application. On the left sidebar, we have all the navigation options: dashboard, text encryption, file encryption, visualization, education, benchmark, and lastly key management. Here at the top you can see some quick stats about AES. It supports 3 key sizes: 128, 192 and 256 bits, 2 encryption modes, CBC and ECB, and has 4 transformation steps. Here you can see the infinity symbol, which represents the strong security that AES provides. Under quick actions, I can generate a new key with just one click or quickly navigate to the text or file encryption sections. Let me generate a key right now to show you how it works. So here we go. A 256-bit advanced encryption standard key has been generated. You can see the key displayed here in hexadecimal format. This key is cryptographically secure and can be used for encryption and decryption operations. Below the key you will see a QR code. This is really useful for sharing the keys securely. Someone can scan this QR code to get the key without having to type it out manually. The QR code also includes metadata about the key size and encryption mode. Here in the settings sections on the sidebar, you can choose between different key sizes and encryption modes. CBC mode is generally more secure than ECB, so that's set as a default. Now let's move on to the text encryption section. This is where you can encrypt and decrypt text messages using AES. I can either generate a new key or enter an existing key in the hexadecimal format. So let me use the key we just generated from the dashboard. Here I will enter some plain text and let's say hello. This is a secret message that I want to encrypt using AES. And when I click encrypt, you can see that the text is encrypted using AES with the current key. You can see the encrypted output here is base 64 format. This ciphertext looks completely different from original plain text, which is exactly what we want. For CBC mode, you will also see an IV or initialization vector. The IV is used to ensure that even if you encrypt the same plain text multiple times with the same key, you will get different ciphertext each time. This is important for security. So now let's try decrypting. I will switch to the decrypt tab, paste the ciphertext and enter the IV or initialization vector. So when I click the encrypt, the original plain text is recovered. Next, let's look at file encryption. This feature allows you to encrypt any file, documents, images, videos, whatever you need to protect. I will upload a file here. Let's say I have a sensitive document that I want to encrypt. So the application shows me information about the file, its name, size and type. And when I click the encrypt file, the file is encrypted using AES with the same current key. The encrypted file is ready for download. You will notice that the file name is prefixed with encrypted to indicate that it's protected. The encrypted file can only be decrypted with the correct. Now let's decrypt it. I will switch to the decrypt file tab and upload the encrypted file. When I click decrypt file, the original file is recovered and ready for download. The file name is prefixed with decrypted to show that it's been restored to its original state. This file encryption feature is really useful for protecting the sensitive documents before storing them or sharing them with others. One of the most educational features of this dashboard is visualization section. This shows how exactly AES works step by step, which is incredibly helpful for understanding the algorithm. Advanced encryption standard encryption consists of 4 main transformations: subbytes, shift rows, mix columns and add round key. Let me demonstrate these with a 16 character input and a round key. First, we see the initial state. This is the plain text arranged in a 4 by 4 matrix. Data is filled column by column, not row by row. Then comes subbytes. Each byte is replaced with different byte using a lookup table called the S box. So this provides confusion, making the relationship between plain text and ciphertext complex. Next is shift rows, and after that we have mixed columns, and finally add round key. So you can click on learn about to get detailed explanation of each transformation. This is great for students or anyone learning about cryptography. At the bottom there is also a heat map visualization of the state matrix, which gives you a visual representation of how the data changes through the encryption process. Next comes the education section. It provides a comprehensive learning resources about AES and symmetric key cryptography. Here you can learn about symmetric key cryptography in general, like what it is, its advantages and limitations, and common algorithms. After that, the benchmark section allows you to test the performance of AES encryption and decryption on your system. You can choose between text encryption benchmark or file encryption benchmark and set the number of iterations. For text encryption, I will run a benchmark with, let's suppose, 100 iterations on this test text. The results show the average time per encryption and decryption operation, as well as the throughput in operations per second. This helps you understand how fast AES can perform on your hardware. For file encryption, you can test with different file sizes and see the throughput in megabytes per second. Finally, the key management section provides tools for generating and managing the advanced encryption standard keys. You can generate keys of different sizes, 128, 192 or 256 bits. Obviously, larger keys provides more security but may be slightly slower. The current key is displayed with all its metadata, and you can generate a QR code for easy sharing. You can also download the key as a text file or download the QR code as an image. There is also a password based key derivation feature. This allows you to derive a cryptographic key from a password using a key derivation function with a salt. This is useful when you want to use memorable passwords instead of random keys. The derived key and salt are displayed. The salt ensures that even if two people use the same password, they get different keys. So that's a complete walkthrough of AES Crypto Dashboard. To summarize, this application provides text and file encryption, decryption with AES, step-by-step visualization of how AES works, educational resources about cryptography, performance benchmarking tools, comprehensive key management. So that's all about this project. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions about AES or this dashboard, feel free to leave them in the comment below. Until next time, stay secure.